representing me in Washington, I immediately think of advocacy and compassion. These are qualities that I see Rene display all the time. He is passionate in advocating for what he believes is right. From political campaigns to members' rights, from how we treat our staff to our students' needs. He makes sure we all know what his opinion is. While he's a strong leader and will fight for what is right, Rene is also compassionate in how he handles this. He takes the feelings and opinions of our members into consideration when fighting for his causes. Please join me in supporting Rene Banda for NEA Director, District 14.
Good afternoon, City Council, officers, guests. I'm Rene Banda, candidate for the NEA Board of Directors, District 14, and I'd like to be your voice in Washington, D.C. I teach 7th grade history, and I absolutely love it. I'm ready to bring my passion for advocating for you and our students to the NEA Board of Directors position. I believe my leadership positions as a State Council member, NEA Representative Assembly Delegate, President and Vice President of my local, Treasurer of both the President, Vice President, and Chief Negotiator of my local, Treasurer of both the UNISERV and the Service Center Council, gives me the experience to successfully advocate for you. I'd like to thank the African American Caucus for their endorsement. I'm honored to have it. As you know, our students are always in need of an advocate, and I've never shied away from helping them, especially our economically disadvantaged students. They struggle with so many of their basic needs. One of these is just for a pair of glasses. You know these students in your classroom. They squint, they can barely see the board or the screen, and at the middle school, they're too embarrassed to say they can't afford a pair of glasses. I've always made sure students in my classroom receive the services and the glasses that they need. For our students with diabetes, or a vegetarian, lactose intolerant, or need a gluten-free diet, I've stood up to be their voice and get them the options that they need. For our LGBT students, I have been a clear and strong voice to provide a safe and secure place so they can be who they are. For our members, I've been committed to protecting their rights and being a clear voice with the school board and the superintendent. When one of our school board members asked at a meeting why our district wasn't laying off teachers like they were in her district, yes, she had the nerve to ask why we were not laying off teachers like they were in her district. I knew we had to replace that member. We found a retired teacher to run for the school board, and when she asked me to be her campaign manager, I was honored. Our members walked and knocked on doors throughout the city. I've never been so proud and impressed by when our members were phone banking on behalf of our candidate. And when the votes were tallied, we defeated the incumbent by 25 votes. In negotiations, I worked hard to get members the well-earned increases in compensation and benefits they deserve. When I explained to the superintendent, our members were entitled to a raise because they were working harder with less help in the classroom. Our class sizes had increased, and we had been working to implement new district trainings. And what was the superintendent's response? He said they were lucky to have a job. Wow. Well, let's just say I didn't let out the first thing that came to my mind. Our teachers, I paused for a moment and then replied, our teachers are not lucky to have a job. They've earned their jobs. You're lucky to have your job. This is not for little people. The money in the district is from the taxpayers and is for the education of our students. Our teachers are an essential part of that education, and our teachers don't have to walk around in deference to you. City Council, I want you to look at the person to the right and to the left of you. Are you going to tell them they're lucky to have a job? No, they earned their jobs. I would be your dedicated, committed, passionate voice in Washington, D.C. I'm Rene Banda, candidate for the NEA Board of Directors, District 14. Thank you.